AD 793, reported, "This year came dreadful forewarnings over the land of the Northumbrians, terrifying the people most woefully. These were immense sheets of light rushing through the air, and whirlwinds, and fiery dragons flying across the firmament." Alexander the Great reported that when he conquered parts of what is now India in 326 BC, his soldiers were scared by great dragons that lived in caves. In 275 AD, legend says that George of Lydia, a Roman soldier in the guard of the Emperor Diocletian, killed a dragon while in Libya on a crusade. According to legend, in the 7th century a dragon named Garguet rose from the waters of the Seine River in France. Unlike the typical dragons of mythology, this one did not breathe fire but rather was a water dragon. The monster proceeded to lay waste to the countryside around Paris. Saint Romain, the Archbishop of Rouen, accompanied by only a condemned prisoner, set out to stop the beast. They captured the dragon and led it back to Paris, where it was slain and burned. The head, however, was saved and mounted on a building. In commemoration of this event, architects began to design gutter spouts in the shape of the Garguet, and eventually in the shape of all manner of bizarre creatures now called gargoyles. There are thousands of other legends of people seeing and killing dragons throughout history. Now let's take a look at the physical evidence that has been found that points to the existence of dinosaurs with man. What you're about to see, you will not see on the Discovery Channel, the History Channel, in the science textbooks, or in any secular publication. If you happen to see or hear something about any one of these discoveries, you will find that they will be attempts at debunking or proving them to be fake, fraud, or forgery. However, with careful examination of the facts that surround these discoveries, the truth is undeniable. The highly technical ancient civilization of the Nazca Indians flourished on the southern coast of Peru from around 1 AD to 750 AD. This culture produced an array of beautiful crafts and technologies such as ceramics, textiles, and geoglyphs. It is still not understood exactly how the Nazca produced their incredible geoglyphs called the Nazca lines. They also produced thousands of carvings on burial stones. These stone carvings, which are known as the Inca Stones, are an enigma. There have been over 16,000 of these remarkable stones found over the past 50 years. They contain images of daily life, battle scenes, agriculture practices, medical procedures, advanced technologies, and most amazingly, dinosaurs. Many skeptics have tried to debunk the Inca Stones by saying that they are a modern-day creation, but the evidence indicates differently. In 1535, Spanish conquistadors came through Peru in the area where the Nazca Indians had lived. They reported finding stones with strange animals carved on them. The designs and patterns on the stones also indicate that they were authentic from the Nazca culture, and of the 16,000, only about 500 had carvings of dinosaurs on them. Consequently, many of the carvings have nothing to do with the dinosaurs whatever. They were simply observations from everyday life of the Nazca culture. In Acambaro, Mexico, since the 1960s, over 56,000 ancient clay figurines have been discovered. Many of these clay artifacts are sculptures of dinosaurs. The approximate age of these clay figures is around 4,500 years old. Many people have studied these figures, and the opinion of their authenticity is divided. Most who have no preconceived biases believe that they are genuine, but others who believe that the dinosaurs died off millions of years ago state that they remain skeptical in spite of the radiocarbon dating and investigative evidence that points to their authenticity. 16th century Aztecs produced this dragon sculpture. The face resembles a dinosaur like the Tyrannosaurus rex. Several other South American and Central American civilizations have produced similar sculptures. These side-by-side comparisons are very revealing. These Central Andes artifacts bear a striking resemblance to dinosaurs like Tyrannosaurus rex and Ceratosaurus. And these Mexican figurines, created sometime between 300 BC to 300 AD, could be replicas of the dinosaur Ankylosaurus. China, an ancient land shrouded in dragon lore and mystery. The Chinese calendar, or zodiac, which was developed as early as 1000 BC, has on it 12 animals, 11 of which are alive today. But the 12th, the dragon, merely a legend? Or is it based on a real animal, the dinosaur? It doesn't seem logical that the ancient Chinese, when constructing their zodiac, would include one mythical animal with 11 common animals. A more rational explanation would be that the dragon, which is mentioned so often in ancient Chinese history, is now extinct or very rare. Here are a few examples of Chinese dragons that look extraordinarily like dinosaurs. Could this be some type of sauropod, like the Brachiosaurus? This Chinese pottery artifact looks very similar to the hadrosaur. And this 3rd century BC ornamental box appears to have sauropod dinosaurs built onto it as handles. This 2,500-year-old Chinese dragon closely resembles a creature like a Diplodocus. Central Asia, with its dense rainforests and jungles, is home to many stories about strange dinosaur-like monsters, and the artifacts that have been found are quite revealing. The similarities that these monsters and dragons have with dinosaurs is undeniable, and coupled with the modern and ancient stories of monsters that continue to be seen in the jungles, leads many to believe that one day one of these rare creatures could be captured or killed. This 12th century Cambodian temple, constructed in 1186 AD, is home to a very interesting dinosaur artifact. The temple is covered with ornate designs and stone carvings on its exterior. This carving of a Stegosaurus-like dinosaur was found on the temple wall. As late as the 1800s, the Dayak culture of Borneo was producing artwork with dinosaurs on them. This water fountain on a Hindu temple built in the 1800s looks very similar to the Triceratops. There have been several other findings like this throughout Asia, including these 2 10th century AD bronze sculptures from Nepal, which bear a close resemblance to several types of ceratopsid dinosaurs. European history is filled with dragon artwork, sculptures, and artifacts. These not only include the popular look of dragons seen in much of the artwork, but also include many other fascinating creatures that look very similar to dinosaurs. The Palestrina Mosaic from around 100 AD has several animals depicted that appear to be extinct and prehistoric. Why would the Roman culture place prehistoric extinct creatures within their historical documents and artwork? The obvious answer is that they existed together and they recorded what they observed. Here we see a dinohyus, which means terrible pig. The dinohyus was supposed to have died off about 24 million years ago, and here we see several men fighting what appears to be a type of quadruped dinosaur. Found at Carlisle Cathedral on the tomb of Bishop Richard Bell, who died in 1496, are these 2 brass engravings. Here are 2 dinosaurs depicted in a 2nd century Roman inscription. The Thracians were a group of Indo-European tribes who spoke the Thracian language and thrived from 3200 BC to 500 BC. This Thracian helmet is adorned with an ornament that looks much like a Centosaurus. Look at the ornament in comparison to skeletal remains and drawings. Many other ancient cultures throughout history have given us artwork, sculptures, and artifacts that point to the existence of dinosaurs and man together. Take a look at a few more of these amazing artifacts. This amazing cave drawing was found in Wapatki National Park, Arizona. It is thought to be around 1,000 years old. At Bridges National Monument in Utah, the Anasazi Indians made this cave drawing several thousand years ago. This ancient cylinder seal was found in Mesopotamia. In a book by A.M. Myler, written from 1725 to 1727, recounting his travels from Rome to Jerusalem, then to Troy, Egypt, Syria, and Malta, are found pictures of many things that Myler saw and drew as he traveled.